You're watching news headlines on mining.com. I'm Devin Morgan. Gold smashed through the $3,800 an ounce mark on Monday, setting a new record. Spot prices climbed as high as $3,831, a jump of nearly 2%, while US futures peaked above $3,860. Now, investors are rushing into the safe haven metal as Washington braces for a possible government shutdown. The dollar slipped as congressional leaders prepared to meet President Donald Trump ahead of Friday's funding deadline. Analysts say a shutdown would cloud the Fed's outlook. Weak jobs data could intensify pressure for more rate cuts. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is considering taking equity stakes in mining companies to secure supplies of critical minerals. Talks this month in Washington with more than a dozen Australian miners included proposals to use Wall Street tools such as warrants for future share purchases. Now, the move follows the Pentagon's $400 million purchase of a stake in MP Materials. That's a rare earths producer. Officials say this could be a model for future deals as the US builds its own mineral supply chain. It comes as rivalry with China deepens, with Trump already pushing state stakes in Intel and US Steel. Newmont has named Natascha Viljoen as its next chief executive, making her the first woman to lead the world's largest gold miner in its 104-year history. She takes over on January the 1st next year, after current CEO Tom Palmer retires from a 4-decade career in mining. Viljoen joined Newmont in 2023 after running Anglo American Platinum, where she was widely credited for operational improvements. Analysts say her promotion was expected after she became president earlier this year. The leadership change coincides with Barrick's surprise CEO exit, drawing fresh attention to the industry's top players. The Bank of America has lifted its copper price forecast, citing supply disruptions and steady demand worldwide. The bank now expects copper to average just over $11,300 per ton in 2026 and $13,500 in 2027. And that peak could near $15,000. Analysts point to setbacks at major mines across the Americas, Indonesia, and Africa, saying it's squeezing supply. Treatment charges have plunged, highlighting the shortage of ore, while inventories on the London Metal Exchange remain near record lows. Demand, meanwhile, is being supported by China's grid investment and Europe's early signs of recovery. Barrick Mining says CEO Mark Bristow has left the company but gave no reason for his exit. The board named Chief Operating Officer Mark Hill as interim CEO while it made the announcement on Monday. Bristow had previously signaled he would stay until production began at the Reko Diq copper-gold project in Pakistan, but that's slated for 2028. Bristow's impressive tenure was overshadowed by a long, dragged-out dispute with Mali over the Lologonkoto gold mine complex, once Barrick's largest African asset. And that's where we leave your news headlines for now.